Alright, peoples. I'm going to mute this so I don't hear this crazy echo. Okay, so, well, I guess I don't need this then. I don't need this. Well, just in case. Sometimes things happen. Alright, I'm starting this live stream 3 hours and 43 minutes early because I got something to do today and I almost canceled doing the live stream. But I was like, you know what? I want to do it, but I don't really have time to be messing around and doing some kind of like format. I'm just gonna kind of wing it today and talk about 7 trillion things. I don't care how long this sucker is. It might be 30 minutes. It might be 4 hours. Well, no, not 4 hours. I gotta get out of here by like 5. So yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. We have This has been one of the most monumental weeks in AI. Freaking everything is like nuts. The world is upside down. I can't even keep up. And what's sad is I went into this like thing and I met a few people. I'm trying to be as vague as possible. um, 20 and 30-year olds, maybe late 20s, early 30s, and they're clueless. I was shocked. I'm like, I'm in Los Angeles, right? It's supposed to be all progressive and fancy, and people know stuff. Let me put this closer. And these guys were whistling past the graveyard, um, head in the sand, completely ignoring what's going to happen. And I'm like, I got to stop trying to tell people what's happening and just, try to survive because um, people are sleeping on this. Um, Basically, I talked about what I do. Founder of an AI startup studio. I make content about AI. I'm launching AI micro businesses. I'm experimenting with stuff. I mean, AI is my world because that is the world. The world is now this. And they were like talking about writing novels using their phone and coding apps that took weeks for like a prototype and it wasn't even front end back end and all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, you could do that in like 15 minutes, man. What are you doing? I literally told the guy, I was like, yo, you stop screwing around, man. You gotta like launch these things because we only have maybe 1 or 2 years to make money before who the hell knows how we're gonna make money. Um, we'll see. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go into one of my predictions that I made 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I made this prediction on a video. You'll see the thumbnail of me with glowing white eyes. I'm trying to be dramatic. And in there, I said, we're not going to need software anymore, right? So Microsoft Excel, Docs, I think I specifically mentioned those guys. Like, you're going to be able to use AI instead, create a spreadsheet, create a document, create a video editor, right? Um, Now that I'm thinking about it, we won't even need a video editor. We just say, create this, create these scenes, create this movie, and that's gonna happen. Anyway, I'm still, caught in the worlds between the old world and the new world. It's hard to adjust. So, to prove my point that I know what the hell I'm talking about, Matthew Berman did a little deep dive into a GPT-5, ChatGPT-5, which came out yesterday, right? Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And lo and behold, watch what this man has created using ChatGPT, um, just as I had predicted 2 weeks ago. I'm going to mute everything because I don't want copyright strikes and all that crap, which is a stupid thing because copyright is no longer going to exist in about 2 months. I'm exaggerating, but it's going away. So he asked, create me a clone of Excel, but just a front end. So just like he just wanted to like demo this thing. Okay. So done in 15 seconds. In 15 seconds, this thing created an Excel clone, and he goes and shows like it's got tabs, it's got different sheets, he's got formulas working. Wait till he shows the formula. Let me forward a little bit. It's got a formula there working. He's got alignment. It's crazy. This was done in 15 seconds, dudes. So if you're working on some kind of an Excel thing, stop because it's irrelevant already. he goes through this thing. Matthew Berman is one of the one of the first AI guru people out there, first AI content creators, and he's way smarter than I am. He's actually a developer or was a developer, so this guy's like, somebody you definitely want to follow. I learned a lot from him, as well as Matt Wolf and Matt Vid Pro. I haven't watched him in a while, but he was one of the first guys too. And also, create something here, color game of life. I don't care about that. I thought he showed something about Microsoft Word. So yeah, so he also created a Microsoft Word clone. Let me go back 10 seconds. I keep missing the prompt. Let's just wait. Okay, so here, write a clone of Microsoft Word. Make it as feature parity as possible, so as equal as possible to the real Microsoft Word. It took 17 seconds. 17 seconds to create a Microsoft Word. Oh my god, it's so... I don't even know. This is such a weird world. 17 seconds to create a software that's been like, I don't know how many billions they've made with this thing, and now ChatGPT makes it in 17 seconds. So he demos it. There you go. It's got formatting. It's got italic, bold, just ridiculous. What he made with ChatGPT. Let me just check my OBS, make sure I'm here. Okay. So, listen to people like me. 32 seconds, he replaced the Microsoft Office suite. I love it. I love it. The grift is over. Basically, you gotta like get really productive. You gotta figure out value. That is the thing, is value. How do we create value as human beings? Because it keeps shifting. It has shifted. All right, so I did kind of have an outline, and today's going to be kind of a free association ramble fest. So I'm going to look at my notes and see if I remember half of the crap. I also have about 700 tabs open. You can't see it on OBS because I cropped the screen, but I have, there's at least 60 tabs up top, so I might go through them. What the hell? Here's the next thing. Oh, I'm gonna try to actually. I don't care about the copyright on this one. So let me go here and make sure that the audio is up and that I can hear this. Da la la. Okay. So I'm gonna play this video again. Why do I keep saying this thing about find another industry, find another job, figure out value? Because look at this one. Watch this one. HVAC technician explains how AI is ever coming for blue collar jobs. I think even coming for blue collar jobs.
My job, I'm an HVAC technician. No, it is. It is. Nah, you're all screwed. You better get rich quick, because I literally was working on a unit. I had not a damn clue. It was better off speaking Chinese to me. I had no idea what was going on with it. Zero, zip. I couldn't understand it. See these? I took a picture, took a video, explained what was happening. I gave the symptom. Within 35 seconds, it told me exactly what was wrong with the unit and how to fix it. AI is coming for your job, buddy. It is. AI.
Or AI is coming for the people that refuse to learn AI. Like, this guy's smart. This guy's probably going to remain employed because he's going to be using glasses to rapidly diagnose people's HVAC problems, fix them in 20 minutes instead of an hour, charge less, maybe make more because of volume. But there's going to be a massive deflation, because if everything's cheap, free energy, yada da 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 da, things are going to be shifting. I don't know what this looks like yet. I've run some models with some of these LLMs, and there's some scenarios. Mo Godot, is that his name? I think I might be saying that wrong. but he's got some predictions for the future as well. Listen to that guy. Yo, this is serious business, man. Everything is changing. Here's an example from myself. I had this issue with my car. I have a pretty old car. I love it. It's a Pathfinder. The thing is like a freaking rock. The thing runs forever. Great engine. But little things after a while they start to go south. So and there's been several because the thing is pretty old. And I've been just asking the LLMs. Um, I've asked Grok, mostly Grok and Gemini. I've taken pictures, I've taken video, but like, what's the deal? And they have identified things. One of them is a wheel bearing I need to get fixed. I'm pretty sure that's the correct diagnosis. And then there was an issue with a weird sound, and I was like, "What is this like weird kind of like whining thing?" And with I don't know 2 or 3 questions in Grok, it was figured out that I was low on power steering fluid. So I went, spent $5 on power steering fluid, put it in. Sure enough, it was low. Put it in, bam, no more crazy sound. So normally the old me would have been like, I ain't never fixing this. I'm gonna wait till something big breaks and then take it to the mechanic and fix everything. Um, but in this case, I didn't even have to do that. I just fixed it with AI. So imagine when these glasses come out and I'll be like, you know, or I won't even press anything. I'll be like, take a picture, or hey, what the hell's going on here? Be able to diagnose issues with my car, probably order parts, and the mechanics will be just used to perform the labor. One I trust mechanics as much as I trust doctors, which is absolutely not at all. Um, Again, grifters. So they are going to have to basically be reduced to the labor, fixing things at my direction or the AI's direction, because I can't even tell you how much I've been ripped off, and I'm sure you guys have been, with bad diagnoses or extra parts or extra repairs that didn't need to be done. And the whole grifting world is going to be over. And good riddance. You hear me say good riddance a lot because of this next thing I'm going to read. I gotta find it now. I've got so many tabs open. Holy cow! Let's see if I can find this. Da, 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 da. There was one very, very cool thing. Oh, I think it was in Gmail. So can I find a Gmail tab? Because I really don't want to just click through all these. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yes. Checking my OBS. Okay. So this was an email that I got today from Upside News, and I subscribe to a lot of newsletters. That's one of the main ways that I stay up to date with AI and technology and marketing and all the stuff that I'm interested in. And I read this and I'm like, oh man, this indicates so much. This is me. This is what my freaking problem is. And I don't know, I've been called, with justification, right? Because I do tend to be like, why is that thing the way it is? Why isn't it better? What? Okay, one of my all-time complaints is, why the hell can't this barely sentient creature wearing a fast food uniform get my goddamn order right? It's like they're always screwing up. It's either they can't get the sauces right. I'll ask for 4 ketchup and 2 ranches, then they'll stick like I literally got like hot sauce once. Actually twice from Jack in the Box. I was like, give me ketchup and ranch, and they gave me hot sauce. I'm like, how hard is it, bro? So, here's a philosophy behind that line of thinking. After years on both sides of the table, and this is from David Whelan, right? One of the partners of this newsletter. I've come to believe that successful founders and VCs share a peculiar trait. We're professionally dissatisfied people. That is me. But I'm not like a pessimist. Like, I'm actually an optimist. I think things are going to get better. I think humanity's going to get better. But I'm dissatisfied with the way things are because I know things can get it's illogical for things to be the way they are. So, oh, and he literally says the same thing. I don't mean unhappy, quite the opposite. But there's this constant low level irritation, brother. You are speaking my language. When you see inefficiencies, broken processes, or unmet needs everywhere you look, your brain never stops asking, why isn't this better? And what if we could? That is me. You want to know me? That paragraph right there is me since I was born to right now. That's how my mind thinks. And it's maddening. It's like, why the hell isn't this better? Why hasn't somebody figured this out? Why are we wasting all this time? Why are politicians so stupid? Why are they sending all this money to this stupid ass country over there that's killing people? Like, why? Why? We have to solve these things. So that's the way my mind works. So it was very cool to see somebody else kind of put that into actual words because I can never really say it. All I do is complain. Like, oh, I just hate stupid people. That's literally the way I put it. But I'm like, no, I'm professionally dissatisfied with inefficiencies and broken processes. So I'm gonna make a little elevator pitch about what the hell my problem is. He goes on. This restless curiosity is rocket fuel for starting companies. It's why I'm an entrepreneur and I've always been an entrepreneur. So I'm always starting different things, trying to solve stuff. It's what drives you to believe that yes, massive problems still exist unsolved, and yes, you're as qualified as anyone to tackle them. The combination of pattern recognition and audacious self-confidence is rare and precious. I don't know about the rare and precious part, but do I have audacious self-confidence? It is like clinical. It is bad. It is bad how self-confident I am. I have like no reason to be, for the most part. But I think I'm awesome. I always have, self-esteem issues is not my problem. I've never had a low self-esteem. But the thing about pattern recognition, right? So it's literally me. Recognize patterns, and then I have the self-confidence, warranted or not, earned or not, that, hey, I can fix that. Maybe it's a fatal flaw. Who knows? But that's what I do. That's how my mind works. But here's what I learned the hard way, says the guy. The very mindset that makes you a great founder can become a liability as your company scales. The constant problem hunting that serves you in 0 to 1 mode can distract from the execution discipline needed in 1 to 100 mode. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Where it's like you're always on the hunt for finding the broken thing, and then once you kind of fix it, then kind of repeating that process and expanding your solution and getting more customers or whatever doesn't have the same interest. That's my issue. Like, it's just not that interesting anymore because I'm like, okay, well, I'm really not in it to make money. I'm in it to solve problems, right? I like solving problems. I don't really care about, oh, I'm now a wealthy billion. It would be nice to be billionaire or whatever. But what I really like, what drives me personally, is solving the problem. That's why I tend to focus on that starting point. That what do we do to fix that, and then okay, it's kind of fixed. So moving right along. Whereas the smarter people will say, okay, we fixed that, and now let's make a bunch of money selling the solution. I might need a partner actually, because I'm not good at that second part. No, it says right here. This guy's reading my mind. I hadn't read this whole thing before, so I read parts of it and I was like, oh, this paragraph is good. So, as a startup founder, I observed myself getting bored when things got easy, when the core problems were solved, and it was about optimizing and scaling, optimization and scaling. Holy cow. Me, literally me. That's when I realized my sweet spot was in the earlier stages, which ultimately led me to seed and pre-seed stage venture capital. Yep. Now I get to channel that restless energy into pattern matching across hundreds of companies, staying perpetually curious about emerging problems and the brilliant founders solving them. To all the founders out there still in the thick of it, that restless dissatisfaction you feel, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Thank you. Because I just get crap from people for this. Jesus. The world needs people who can't help but see what's broken and believe they can fix it. Keep building. Humanity depends on your beautiful inability to accept the status quo. Damn, I'm going to tattoo this entire thing on my back. That is me. That is literally my operating basis. So thank you very much, homeboy, David Wieland. Friggin' awesome. And I just wanted to read that in case anybody else. I'm pretty sure anybody who spends the time listening to someone like me is kind of in the same mindset. You're hunting, you're seeking, you're trying to figure out solutions. You want things to get better. You want to use AI for in some way to improve either your life or somebody else's life. So this is a natural and good thing, all right. And this is also explains why I don't really get along with the people who are in the opposite thing, who are satisfied and content, and it's like they have an arrogance as to, oh, the world is the way it is, and you have to be appreciative of it. I'm like, no, goodbye. All right, next. What's next here? I'm gonna try to go through all these tabs. Why not? Let's make a 2-hour live stream for the hell of it. Boy, oh boy. Ha ha. Some of these I haven't actually read through, so let's see. Is there anything good here? No. Bye. No. You're gonna see my process of like how I find stuff to talk about and research. I don't have time to read that. Sold my math solver for 30K after a billion in a week. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I hate these kind of posts. I don't believe them. Sold my math solver for 30K after a billion in a week. Blah 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 blah. Liar. This is pretty funny. These charts that ChatGPT 5 use, people are dogging on them because they're kind of ridiculous. There's some good tweets about it. I don't know if I kept them up open, but they're dogging these charts. Which company has the best AI model? How does GPT-5 demo went? I've seen on Polymarket. Google. No, OpenAI. Dip to dip. Pro GPT-5 versus. Okay. Should we talk about GPT-5 yet? Let's go through more tabs. N8N. Self-hosting and having execution limits overcharged crazy. What? I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. So N8 has introduced new insane pricing if you're not self-hosting. I self-host, so I recommend you self-host because this pricing is nuts, and you can run it for free, and you can actually use the new GPT.OSS 14 billion parameter as your local LLM through LM Studio or Olama, and not pay a penny. Now I tried to use GPT OSS 14 billion parameter. No, I'm smoking crack. 20 billion parameter. My bad. I keep getting that confused with DeepSeek 14 billion. So the GPT OSS 20 billion parameter. Downloaded it. Tried to get it to run in LM Studio, and it won't work. So I have not been able to use it. No idea if it's any good. So, but once I debug it, I'm sure it'll be great because people are like, yeah, it's pretty good. DeepSeek R1 level, O3 mini level. Okay, cool. If I can run that locally, that's pretty revolutionary for me because, O3 mini is a good model. AI is a money trap. What does this guy have to say? Blah, blah, blah. Pop up equals exit. Seriously, I have no time for that crap. All right, Rourke.com. Did I already talk about this last week? 2 weeks ago? Probably. Build native mobile apps fast. So if you want to prototype an app, I think I talked about this. I wrote a prompt I had ChatGPT write a prompt because at this point I'm not even prompting. I'm just having I say like, I speak in caveman tongue. I'm like, I want app, do this. And then ChatGPT's like, or Gemini's like, oh, okay, so this is the prompt that you must put into your thing. And I copy and paste and I put it into this thing. And that's what I did. So personal productivity partner for my team brand. I figured, hey, let's make some lead magnet type things, get some emails collected. So maybe this app will be good. So it took like 2 minutes. Built this app. Yeah, I did show this. I'm pretty sure I showed this. You add your activity, blah, blah, blah. and other stuff. So I'm not going to get into that. I just remembered right now, deja vu moment, that I did show this again. If you missed that other episode, or if you've never seen any of my episodes before, um, well, Rork.com, RORK.com allows you to prototype. And once you're done, you can publish to the App Store or Google Play. I have not done this. I have not gone all the way because nothing that I've built here has actually been fully done. But I think it's pretty cool that it just potentially could work. Okay, so check them out. Next, local browser use. The simplest way to build browser animation. You guys are going through these tabs with me because I go through newsletters and I hit open, 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 command, click. So it opens up a new tab, and then I go through and run a fully local open source browser agent in less than 5 minutes. Okay. So this exists to replace closed source with expensive APIs, over-engineered with yes, Jesus Christ, man. Some of these things is like it downloads half of the internet, half of GitHub, I should say, because of these stupid dependencies, like a trillion Python dependencies and crap. Require cloud services. Yeah, too complex. So this says it's only 624 lines of code. It's Olama for LLMs, no external APIs needed. Okay, everyone, if you don't have Olama, I'm not a huge fan of Olama. I prefer LM Studio, but some things don't work, I found. For example, GPT OSS, 20 billion parameter, in the LM Studio. So Olama is more dependable so far as I have seen. What sucks is that at least I haven't figured out how to download a model, put it in one folder, and have both Olama and LM Studio access that one thing easily. So basically, because I haven't figured it out yet, I have to download things twice. So 12 gigabyte models, I have to download them twice. One's for Olama, one's for LM Studio. Pain in the neck. So I am going to mess with this later. But from what I can see, the thing will search the web. Jeez. It's only 624 lines of Python, and it'll do agentic things. So I'm gonna mess with this. Not right now, but local browser use. So I am definitely going to bookmark this. Tools, done. Okay, local browser use. Next tab, Mirage. Okay, so this is, I think I talked about this before. I probably did. Yeah, I did with Arvin. And this is how fast stuff changes. So this was about 3 years ago that I showed this Mirage, and it's a world builder, right? And you'll see how this works. Let's go. Start experience. Let's go. Oh, there I am. Is OBS still working? What is happening? Yeah, I showed this. Okay, so you can kind of mess around with live. Um, it's like a filter, really. This isn't actually that impressive compared to auto world change. Compared to the Genie, which just released from Google. God, I'm disturbing. Frozen Wonderland. Haha. Alright, so basically the whole thing is real time, and you can type in stuff. So, a snowstorm of popcorn. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. A snowstorm of popcorn. It turned me into a kernel of popcorn, apparently. Oh, wait. We got some drippings. We got something happening. Okay. A wizard elf paradise. 'Tis a season to be jolly. Wow. Why does it make me old? I'm not that old. Oh, there I am. Now I'm young. Ha. Hell, lettuce. What with the marijuana saying, this is pretty dope. Hey, whoa! I got like wizard hands. Batoink, batoink. All right, so that's Mirage. There is one of these tabs I'm gonna get to eventually. Is for Genie, and um, there's too many tabs open. I can't find it, so I'm gonna go. I'll get to it eventually. But there's a new world builder, which matches my teenage fantasy of like, man, I wish video games were hyper realistic, like a movie where I could walk through and it changes, and it was literally like I was operating a movie of real physics. Well, Genie has come out from Google, and it's crazy good. We'll see a demo video when I get to that tab. But let's see what this is. What the hell is this? Anything. Build something real. Create powerful apps and websites by chatting with AI. What is different from you from everything else? Because there's a million things that say to do the same thing. All right, let's try one. I'll get started. He's probably gonna ask me for a bunch of crap. God, I already do this nonsense. Let's kind of put that. Continue. La 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 la. What do I want to build, people? How about I want to build an app that. How about cloning something? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank. I'm gonna come back to that. Let's go to something else. Automate any workflow with AI. No coding required. Gum loop. Get started. It's free. It's a great website. Ask AI. Write to Google Sheets. Okay, I already do that with N8N. So what does this do differently? It's just prettier. Okay. Nice. Build and launch your own AI tools. Okay, so it's another automator. What's the price? $100 a month. Yeah, N8N. We'll do this for free, guys. Next, Genie 3. Here we go. A new frontier for world models. This is the craziness. This be the craziness. Now, I do not have actual access. I don't think anybody does to be able to build this thing. But let's see the demo, and I'll mute it. I don't need to mute
What you're seeing are not games or videos.
Oh.
They're worlds.
Yeah, shut up. I had to mute it. My bad. So let's take a look. You type in a prompt, and there's an interactive world that you can use your little buttons, and it moves around and does things. Freaking crazy. This makes VR, AR a compelling thing now, because you can go into an immersive world, change the thing. It's not a pre-programmed thing. We're in the future. It's not that the future's coming. The future is right here, right now. And anybody watching this, you are on the forefront. You are not going to be left behind if you look at that. It maintained consistency. Like, it remembered what it painted. That's sick. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Freaking amazing. So yeah, stick with this channel. Stick with other people that are teachers, and you'll be fine. But the future is here now, and people will be left behind because they're ignoring this. I know, because I talked to a lot of people, and I talked to more people today, where I'm going later on, and they're like, ooh. So you are ahead of the game if you're watching this. So congratulations. Make something epic now. Don't wait, because you only got like 1 or 2 years before none of this even matters, and we're like, who the hell knows? Okay, so that's Genie 3. Wonderful, lovely. Who's this? What's this? Thin margins threatening AI coding startups. Yes, correct. My friend, hello Kate. My friend is peeking at me. Zoom, buy Zoom. I don't need you. That was a call that I didn't end up doing. This is that letter. Political blackmail. The EU Parliament is pressing for new mandatory scanning of your private chats. Nice. Can't wait for these assholes to all get replaced too. This is what I mean by human arrogance. These people still think that they matter. Y'all don't matter, man. You do not matter. Like this child. Okay, so this is apparently a child sexual abuse scanning bill. Scanning bill. Thing is that most child sexual abuse is going to be done or facilitated by these people. These rich people that think they're above the law are the ones doing most of the child sexual abusing. So this has nothing to do with child sexual abuse. This is about finding dissidents and people that will threaten their power. Yeah, the only thing we can do, man, is just make them irrelevant and obsolete, which is going to happen because they suck. All right, moving on right along. Grok spicy video setting instantly made me Taylor Swift nude deepfakes. Okay, if you're into Taylor Swift nude, I guess Grok is your jam right now. So he gives a tutorial about how he does this. Okay, well, this has been possible forever probably with Photoshop and Premiere Pro. I ain't got time for doing this crap, but if you're into that, this will never be stopped. Anything even trying to stop this is ridiculous, and culture's gonna have to change. I don't know how, but the fact that this is like if somebody made a nude thing of me, number one, I feel sorry for them. Number two, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'll laugh, I guess, or turn off my social media so I don't have to see myself naked. It's already horrible enough in real life, so I don't want to see it on my socials as well. So yeah, I guess Grok's got a spicy mode. Whatever. The Verge says this is how malicious hackers could exploit Gemini AI to control a smart home. Okay, I can watch that. I don't care. If you have a smart home, watch that video and find out how to protect yourself. The backlash against Duolingo isn't going. Against Duolingo going AI first didn't even matter. Okay, this is kind of cool because this kind of matches my viewpoint, which is people that are like, what happened to my freaking my face went, my face disappeared. Hang on. This happens in OBS. Hang on, I gotta fix my OBS. Look at what OBS did to my face. Why does it do this? This is so annoying. Let me go to my settings. Yeah, why is it doing this? Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna stop this live stream. So what do I do? Okay. Hang on. I think I fixed it. That's so stupid. Okay, I think that's ginormous. All right, hang on. I think I almost fixed it. Okay, that's what happens when I go like. I went to the other thingy, which took over my webcam, and I think that this thing did not like that, so it freaked out. Oh my God, stressful. Hang on. All right, let me go back to my ranting. Is this in the right position? Hang on, I don't think it's in the right position. Let me make that smaller, lower it, and transition. There. Oh my God. This is the worst show ever. All right, so I was saying the whole like AI sucks. We're not gonna use these products because they're AI. Like, shut the hell up. Duolingo stock rose almost 30% on the news, even though the company faced widespread backlash for choosing to embrace generative AI over human workers. Proving the fact that there's backlash proves why the human workers should be replaced because they're trouble. So I'm not going to comment anymore on that. And Invisible prompt in a Google Doc made ChatGPT access data from a victim's Google Drive. Do I really want to dive into that? Do I care? Hacking is so prevalent and it's everywhere, so do I care? Yeah. If you wanna read that, it's on Decoder. I don't care. All right. Sorry, Gen X. Oh no, I am a Gen Xer. So what's this? Boomers are making millennials their successors for CEO jobs instead because they're down with AI. So millennials apparently are embracing AI more than Gen X, which is, I don't know, kind of goofy, I guess. Because Gen X, to me, is the only generation right now that we can kind of depend on to change anything. Because millennials and Gen Z and Gen Alpha are broken. They're broken people. Many of them. So unless something changes with mental health, um, I'm not betting on the millennials or the Gen Zers. So this says Gen X being hesitant with AI, and that millennials are taking the throne. I don't know. We'll see. Gen X is resilient. Gen X is a generation of people that, the last generation of people that were raised independent, that could take care of ourselves. Millennials were coddled, and I don't know. I don't know if I agree with this. Um, Also, do Gen X people want to be CEOs? Are they more entrepreneurial? Do we buy into the system? Hmm. Questions. And they're skittish on AI because we saw the Terminator, man. It's gonna like kill everybody. But you know, whatever. Next, artists can now combine recordings with real instruments and AI tracks generated by 11 music into hybrid songs. Okay, the upshot of this is 11 Labs. You can now make music. Fascinating, excellent, wonderful. Next, this is something which is not working. I want to shut that. This is something which is not working either. No idea why I have that open. This is something. I'm going through all my tabs. You're seeing everything. Oh, there's my N8 workflow that I'm going to shut. And here's another one. This one is something actually is a template that I downloaded or imported or whatever, and I can't wait to run it. I haven't messed with it yet, but this is automate Instagram posts with Google Drive, AI captions, and Facebook Graph API agent. So says it's easy to set up. So check this out. Post file upload and Google Drive folder. So what I like is it gives you the instructions. Post file download an N8N. The AI caption is generated by whatever LLM you want to set up. Google Sheets, API, blah, blah, blah. I am going to mess with that because I do post a lot to Instagram on various accounts. So this could save me time. So this is why I like N8N. It is free if you host it locally on your machine and connect it to a locally hosted LLM. You have everything that you need. All right, bye to that. Bye to that. There's that Grok thing. That's a transcript thing. Okay, and then don't need that. 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 Read the effing code. So this is all about vibe coding, and it's possible to ship code without ever reading it. Yep, pretty much. Yep, I've done that. Yep. I've learned to read certain things because of the debugging part, and it's useful. I've learned a lot, but I don't know how to read code, so I don't know what the point of this is. I think just like the whole thing about, well, write a product requirement document, the PRD, and people have gone back and forth like, well, why don't you just start vibe coding and you'll learn it that way. I guess it depends on your personality. You can vibe code and just like launch into it like I do, without knowing any bloody thing about anything. Just go in, or you can spend time setting up a PRD, which is your requirements. Now I did. Here's the thing. For something I was trying to build, I don't even remember what it was. I called it a spec thing or requirement. Did I call it a requirements document? Design document. It was a system design document. That's what I called it, an SDD. And I specified all this crap. Right. This is um, this is what it has to do. This is what it's going to be built on. React TypeScript, Node.js, blah blah blah. If need be, we can go to um, like a PostgreSQL database on Amazon and Google Cloud thing, um, if need be, right? So I wrote all this crap, and then I started vibe coding it, and it ignored everything that I wrote. Just started doing whatever the hell I wanted. So I'm like, okay, this is not working. Even though I referenced it, I was like, at this document in Visual Studio, like at this freaking document, bro. Nothing. So I'm like, a limited workability. So I right now prefer to. I mean, I guess a PRD would be good, just to even in your mind organize it and then like have a map for yourself. But you can also just start hacking away. Now, the thing that I need a little bit better discipline on, and I'm learning this, is like, um, you know, secrets, like API keys and credentials and all that. So I've learned how to keep that more secure for my own stuff. And then I have to figure out really, well, if I ever deploy these things and I have like credit cards and all that, very sensitive stuff, before I ever deploy anything like that, I really do need to learn um, how to secure things a lot better, because right now I don't know how to do that, not very well. So that's why I'm not launching anything that requires like payments are handled by, for example, Stripe or PayPal. So I'm going to touch none of that. But in the future, like if people log in and provide passwords and whatnot, I need a better way, or I need a way to keep all that secure. And that's where PRD might come in handy, instead of just going crazy and vibe coding and deploying stuff which can be hacked. All right, vibe code is legacy code. Blah 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 blah. We already have a phrase for code that nobody understands. Legacy code. I don't care. Don't care. Who are you? Oh, this is exactly what I was talking about. This guy is talking about vibe coding trumps PRDs. Nonsense is total BS. And he's like totally like, yo, I need like you have to have PRDs, right? And people are just like, no. And I agree with this guy. Evangelos Futagoglu. Your bottom line is way off. The whole prompting process makes you better at thinking. Asking the right questions is the most important thing a PM should do, not describing solutions. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, moving on. Amazon invests in Netflix of AI startup that lets you make your own shows. Ha ha ha. I covered this a couple of weeks ago. Didn't I? Oh, I don't think I did. I don't think I had time, because the episode was running long. But today I don't give a crap. So, the new showrunner platform is best known as the creators of the AI-generated South Park knockoffs. There's a thing called Showrunner. And I don't know if it's going to have a link in here. But one of the other things that I had predicted, go away. Maybe I did talk about this in my prediction episode. I think I did, yeah. Is that you'll be able to generate any kind of media that you want with you in it, your friends, your dog. This is why I keep talking about copyright being stupid, and it's over. Because you don't need any existing IP in any shape or form, literally anymore. And I'm going to leave it at that. Just figured out what the hell I'm talking about. If not, you're not bright. Genie 3 simulating a pixel art game world. Oh, so good, man. Dude, I can't even. I can't even with the can't evens. All right, I already talked about Genie 3, so whatever. Ask ChatGPT. I'm talking so fast because I am trying to get through. I have another about 40 tabs. I asked ChatGPT to explain my job to a 5-year-old, and now I'm questioning my entire career. So I'm a senior data analytics consultant. What is that? A fancy title for someone who makes Excel charts, and thought it would be funny to see how ChatGPT would explain my job. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. A data analytics consultant is someone who counts things for other people because those people are too busy or don't know how to count very well themselves. Imagine if your mom asked you to count all the toys in your room, but instead of doing it herself, she paid a stranger to come over and count them. Then the stranger makes a colorful picture showing that you have 10 cars, 5 dolls, and 3 blocks. And gives it to your mom like it's some big discovery. That's basically what a data consultant does, except instead of toys, they count things like how many people buy ice cream on Tuesday and make and then make pretty charts about it. Oh my god. That is so good, so accurate. They continue. I've never felt so professionally attacked by such an accurate description. The worst part, I sent this to my mom and she replied, "Oh, so you're the toy counter. That makes sense now." Next line. I have a master's degree. Tried explaining it to my 6-year-old nephew. So he said, you count stuff? I can do that too. Want to see?" And proceeded to count to 47 before getting distracted by a butterfly. Kid's not wrong. Oh, this is awesome. My coworker saw this and asked ChatGPT about her job as marketing strategy director. Oh, what a useless title. Apparently, she helps companies decide what colors to make her pictures and which words sound the most exciting when trying to sell people things that they probably don't need. Oh, she's now having an existential crisis too. Dude, I love it. I love it because this is to reinforcing my thing. The grift is over. The grift is over, especially the past 10 years of woke nonsense. And oh my God, it's been an insanity. Insanity for somebody like me, who, if you want to know what someone like me is, go to the first part of the video, watch it again, describe my mindset and all the idiocy and the grifting of people making all this money uh, for producing nothing of value, right? So, yeah, existential crisis, we're all having one. If you're not, God bless you, but it'll catch up eventually, unless you just, get stoned all day or high and be like, I don't give a crap what's happening. All right, just met a founder who fired his entire team because he was able to eventually individually beat the productivity of Cloud Code. Nice. So again, um, why do I keep talking about this and robotics? Oh, I didn't talk about robots this week. Um, is there anything exciting about robotics? Not really. Um, As much as I hate saying this, I'm able to accomplish more single-handedly with warp.dev today than I did with my team a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years. The world now will replace those who do not augment their expertise with AI. Gee, well, we haven't just said that 5,000 times in this live stream and entire channel. Dhruv, this is what I mean. Dhruv. You're kidding me. I am not. He should have hired better. If you're losing weight by eating only McDonald's, that says more about your diet before than McDonald's. Like, this is the kind of crap where it's like, yo, you're not paying attention. Not paying attention. This is me. I said that. Time zones played a huge role here. Okay, this guy's owning up to it. It's the guy who did it is Samuel Strauss-Shine. Okay, so that's the dude. There's Grok, whatever. Google takes on ChatGPT study mode with new guided learning tool. What is this? How do I access this? Can we do it live right here? Guided learning. Where? When? How? How do I find it? Let's go to Gemini. Gemini. What am I supposed to do? Don't even know. Make a study guide about the theory of relativity for 5th graders. I don't know if this is going to work, but I will after this. I'm going to make a storybook because this is a new feature with Gemini. Is that now you can make a storybook. I have not tested this, guys. I have not had time to do anything. I've been doing video editing and trying to finish up a couple of other things that I was working on, and I have not messed with any of these new tools. I haven't even touched GPT-5. That's how behind I am. A full 24 hours, and I have not even tested GPT-5 at all, not even once. Okay, this is not what I'm talking about. It's okay. Okay, make that into a storybook. Will it work? Do I have to press canvas? Oh, look! Creating a storybook, writing first draft about Einstein's theory of relativity. This is going to be a very hot bestseller on Amazon Kindle. Get it on Kindle today. Only 99 cents. All right, let's see how long this takes. While it's doing that, I'm going to keep going because I've got still about 20 some times. We don't believe in work-life balance. A newly acquired startup just offered its 200-person team of choice. Work weekends or take a buyout. All right, so production is the basis of morale. So you better produce or your morale is going to be sucky because you're also going to get fired. It's about windsurf and crap. Cognition acquired. Go away. Windsurf. There was this whole drama with windsurf. I don't use windsurf, so I don't care. That's nuts, man. Now I understand, like, depending on where you are in your life, this could just seem like vicious, horrible corporate, overlord horror. But right now, I'm working 80 to 100 hours a week, like regularly, trying to crack this nut of making money with AI. So I'd go work there, like 6 days or 80 hours a week. I got nothing better to do, bro. Pay me money and I'll go work for you for 80 hours. Don't have enough money. It's got to be, a salary commensurate with the work. But yeah. So, not only are you going to be working more hours, but you're going to be using AI to augment what you're doing. Let's see. Okay. Oh my God. You even got my freaking name, bro. Lily and a Cosmic Trampoline. I've never used this. This is exciting. I've heard about this crap. Oh, it's got an audio thing too? Oh, hold up. Lily loved big. Oh my God. I'm not going to go through this whole thing because I got more tabs, but. Oh my God, this is nuts, dude. Dude, Google is killing it. I am downloading this right now. It's got a voice. We have to listen to it. Hang on. I got to put my volume up. Let's listen to this thing. Let's see.
Exactly, Professor Leo smiled. The universe is a much stranger and more wonderful place than most people imagine. Lily went back.
Oh
Lily
my
and the
God,
Cosmic
dude,
Trampoline.
Stop.
Lily loved big question.
Cállate la boca. This is actually fun to do this live without me ever even looking at this stuff and just you're seeing my actual reaction. And this is how I react when I'm alone, by the way. I'm just like, what the hell? This is the greatest thing ever. So this is a genuine reaction. Oh my God. So I asked for a study guide. I don't know. It didn't do anything great. I don't see nothing fantastic. Maybe I should have done it in Canvas. But at this point, I don't want to have to click anything. If you just figure it out, all right? Whatever. So I asked for a storybook specifically, and it created a full storybook with a cover page, my name, like I'm now a copywritten whatever author, and it's got an audio transcription. Oh, let's hear his voice.
The man's name was Professor Leo, and his backyard wasn't a yard at all. It was a giant observatory. To understand your question, he said, you first have to know.
Okay, so she reads his thing. I'm gonna complain about that. I'm gonna demerit half a point. Just kidding. That's incredible. And I'm assuming I can just download the thing. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. But it's gonna be stored in my chat, and this is sick. Oh wait, share and export. I could print. So I can print out. Let me try to print the PDF. Another industry just bit the dust. Children's storybooks, educational books. Unless you are clever and you jump on a pop-up block. Okay, whatever. I'm sure I can download it later. But now you can, instead of working on one book for 6 months, bro, if you're a writer, make 100 of these things, okay? Make 1 billion of them and get it out. That's what's expected. No more grifting. No more doing 1 book a year talking about how you're an author. And no, actually do something good. All right, what is this? Blah, 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 blah. I have no idea why I clicked this open. No, I have no idea. There's something with Gemini CLI. There's the NNN cheat sheet. So I'm gonna pause here so you can screenshot this, because I'm not gonna read this URL. There you go. Turning a document into a study video presentation with NotebookLM. Okay. Does this actually work? Let me just watch the video.
This is a game changer for students, researchers.
Jesus H. Christ, you're loud. So last time I checked, I did not have any friggin' video overview. This thing, I ain't got that in my NotebookLM. I'm gonna check it out right now to see if I have it, but okay, apparently it does all these wonderful things. Video overview. Let's see. Let's see if I have it. It's been out for like 2 weeks, so if I don't have it, I want to demand things happen. Okay. Yeah, Creators US. I got the video. I got the video overview. Oh, wow. So I was talking crap and I have it right here. Unreal. Okay, so if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which is probably 90% of what I'm talking about, NotebookLM now has a video overview. Just like they have the audio overview, the podcast thing, now they have a video overview thing. So you click it and it creates like this basic but pretty cool thing. And let me click it. It's going to take a while. I heard it take like 20 minutes, so I might not actually get to this by the end of this live stream being done. Sokasumi. That sounds weird. Hire your first AI agent teammates today. $30 and free credits. This is a red flag. This is not American. Because we don't put $sign after like some heathens. We put it in the beginning where it makes sense. So $30 and free credits for whatever the hell this is. Sokusumi. I clicked on it for some reason. Oh. It's a marketplace for agents. Let's see what this does. 3 credits. This is actually kind of a good idea. So it is an agent. I don't know what it's built on. Oh, here we go. So it shows it's GPT-4, Server API, Amplify, Hunter IO, Twitter API, browser location. This is cool. Interesting that it shows you the special sauce, right? It shows you the sauce here a little bit. So if you wanted to reverse engineer any of these agents, you can just kind of like say, hey, I want to make this. Actually, let's even try this. Maybe I'll go, ooh, let's see. Control C. That does the following. Make it as simple as possible and avoid complicated APIs unless absolutely necessary. And so I just took it into createanything.com. So I took this thing from Sakasumi. So I thought it was kind of weird they will reveal all this stuff. And I'm gonna see if this thing will build it. Will build something similar. All right, next. I guess I can shut this. But I guess you can build agents and upload. Yeah. Deploy your agents on Masume and get them listed on Sakasume. The blockchain protocol designed for the agent economy. I could see agents in the future sitting there out in a cloud somewhere and being called by different agentic frameworks, you know, like a master controller, and being like, okay, I'm gonna look for agents. I'm gonna scan for agents, or there's a marketplace for agents like this. Okay, that agent I need to use it. So I'm gonna call that agent, activate the agent, and my payment is gonna be some crypto. So here's like 0.003 Ethereum, or here's some XRP or whatever. So you can build agents and have you know, these systems, these AI master brain things. I'm talking like I'm in the 1800s describing AI, but I don't have a better word for this. That will look, scan for systems, scan for agents, and be like, okay, I need this one, and then this one. I'm gonna architecture this thing. I need that agent, that agent, that agent. And I don't have the storage, or I don't feel like duplicating these agents myself. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reward this user and give it them like, you know, a couple of XRP. And now my task is completed, and I go ahead and turn and monetize that, or solve the X problem. I can totally see that happening. So this is like a little precursor to all that happening. Neurosymbolic AI. I don't know why I clicked on that. Cisco Talos researcher reveals method that causes LLMs to expose training data. Okay, so if you want to learn all this stuff about whatever the hell I just said, go there. Illinois bans AI from providing therapy. You gotta be kidding me. The law prohibits AI from making independent therapeutic decisions. You idiots are not going to stop AI from saying whatever the hell it wants to say at any moment. You are a moron. This what? Oh my God! Why are you wasting precious time solving problems that don't need to be solved? A new measure that bans AI from acting as a therapist or counselor and limits its use to strictly administrative support roles. Irrelevant, stupid. This is not going to be even enforceable. So, good job, Illinois, for wasting everyone's time. OpenAI, open weight models now available on AWS. So, Amazon Web Services now hosts OpenAI, the open weight models, the 20 billion parameter version, and what's the other one? 120 or 140. So they're now available on AWS. Groovy. Make your own luck. Find people in your networks using AI for sales, hiring, fundraising, and more. Okay. Cool. So this is somebody built a product which goes through your contacts, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, and finds potential prospects. Okay, cool. I'm not going to test this. Let's look at the pricing real quick. Okay. All right. If that's your thing, I'm trying to avoid any and all products like this. I'm trying to build them all myself. So this is just for the people that don't like to build stuff and just want a ready-made solution, check that out. Happenstance.ai. All right. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so NotebookLM bulk URL uploads. Yes, because one at a time was a freaking annoying. So there's a thing in NotebookLM where you can upload a URL. So you can put in a URL as a source. So it'll use that web page in its queries for making the videos, the video overview, the podcast, etc. And you just have to do it one at a time. So you put your URL in, hit enter, and now you have a source. Well, now you can do bulk, which is pretty good. Yes. Genie 3 again. Okay, yes, we've already talked about this, but look how cool. Look at that. Epic. ScreenFloat. Pro Screen Capture for Mac. It's not really AI. It's just a tool. Okay, whatever. I clicked on it for some reason. The chewing gum sidesteps Singapore's gum ban. All right. Why? Do you chew it like gum? Who knows? I click on weird stuff. McDonald's unveils new adult Happy Meal with McDonald's twist. Oh, I know what this is. One of the things that I do in preparation for the show and whatever is I will open up tabs on my phone, and then also I will be on social media and be like, oh, that's interesting. So this is probably one of those things on social media. I was like, I want to know about an adult Happy Meal. So that's why it's appearing in this show at this moment. Engaging by surface on Instagram. Reels and carousel for new people. Carousel, single photos and stories. Engage your followers. Oh, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna screen capture this. Dang it! I do a lot of Instagram posting, like I said, so this is kind of neat. Quen image. Yes. Okay. I don't really need to get into this too much, but Quen basically now has really, really good text in their images. That's all I'm going to talk about, man, because I've already talked for so long. I don't even have any saliva left. Gemini app can now create custom storybooks, comics, and more. I didn't know about the comics. Very good. Very good. So we just saw an example of this. I don't know about the comic book thing, but who cares? Again, with the Taylor Swift nude thing, Super King. What was I looking? I was looking for cheese or something. More. It's high time we open source Grok 2, which is a pretty good model. Yeah. So Elon Musk was about to open source that. Ba ba bam, bada bing, open source, taking the cake. It's over. OpenAI just crushed it. They're open source model running. Oh, so if you don't know about Grok, Grok, really, really fast inference. Let me go there. I don't think I've ever talked about Grok. So this is, we have open 3 level open source model running on Grok, 500 tokens per second, super fast. Watch it build an entire software as a service app in just a few seconds. This is the new standard. Why the hell would you use anything else? All right, so let's see. Did this build anything? Create meeting prep pack. Meeting topic, meeting type, participants, key focus areas, generate meeting prep pack. So this is this little app that we had this thing build. Remember. So the other one was an agent that connects via APIs. This thing is just I think it's just a front end thing, very simple. Meeting topic, how not to drone on for an hour about random AI topics. Topics like a jerk. Meeting type, Performance review. Willie, focus. Stop talking so much. Generate medium prep pack. I don't know what the hell's gonna do. Wow, dude, that sounded bad. What is this? I don't know what I built. Okay, very, very generic. Super generic. But you know, when you're doing this stuff, you kind of want to, just iterate something real quick, and then you start changing things, right? Then you start connecting it to LLMs and APIs and building. But this is a little thing I just made it in 7 seconds. 7.4 seconds, 1.5 seconds, 9. Okay, let's see how long it took it to build this. So that's about 9 seconds, 18. It took 18 seconds, guys, to build this little app. Let's see what kind of code. I've never used this, createanything.com. I don't know what that does. Oh, here we go. Okay, it's literally nothing. It's a layout and the actual page and a little bit of JavaScript there, but nothing remotely fancy. But I can now download this project or copy the code here and copy and paste and start building. Like, oh, it's got a mobile version. Love it. All right. By the way, it's going to be 700 trillion, gazillion, bazillion goofy and stupid little apps like this about to just hit everywhere. And I'm all for it. Some of these might be useful, but some of them might be trash. But, it's part of the evolution of what we're doing. All right. I keep going back to this. Okay, we have a video, people. What is this? Okay, that's the audio. This is the video. Let's play. Are you ready? The first ever video overview I've created with NotebookLM. Oh my god. This is the failed 30-day challenge.
All right, let's jump right in. We're looking at a real-world case study. A big question one creator tried to answer. Can you actually use AI to turn $100 into $1,000 in just 30 days? This is the story of what happened when an AI called all the shots. So here's the big question. We're gonna find the key.
All right, I'm just gonna quickly go.
You have almost zero startup costs.
Dude, this is
We
freaking
dodge
awesome.
the legal minefield of making any kind of health or skincare claims.
Love it.
Super
How do I
smart.
download this?
Section 2, building the planner.
Look at how good.
To make the whole thing hotjar.
This is
Fit
like
the whole
full
strategy.
30-day thing that I
It was
did.
a painful learning curve when you're
Dude, the world is nuts. Everything is nuts. Everything is crazy. I can't even. Let's go. Let's save this puppy. All right, I saved that for review later. I'm gonna watch that later on today. What is this now? Okay, that was that. Okay, storybooks. I've only got a few left. How can engineers or anyone get better design? La 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 la. Whatever. 11 Labs. We're talking about that. Claims cleared for commercial use. That's the thing I showed you earlier or talked about earlier. AI prototype can reverse engineer malware. No human needed. That's fantastic. Whatever. AI coding teammate. Gemini CLI GitHub Actions. That's a whole lot of stuff. This is one thing. This is another thing. This is another thing. Like, what is this? No cost, powerful AI coding teammate for your repository. Okay, let's click on this thing. Oh, that's that thing I clicked on earlier. I'm just gonna keep this open and figure it out. I don't know what the hell this does, but apparently in your repo, There's yet another Gemini AI coding tool. That's the summary. Okay, and then shut this, and I am done with all these tabs. Let's see what else I have on my notes. Pretty sure I've covered everything. 'Tis the season. Oh, no, I have not. I have not. There's a couple more. I gotta open these. 'Tis the season to be jolly. All right. If you want to have some fun, get inspired, midjourney.tv. I repeat, midjourney.tv is an endless stream of non-pausable, non-rewindable, non-whatever. You're strictly, it's like watching television back in the 1970s. Like whatever's on is on, bro. Can't even change the channel. Of stuff created in Midjourney. Does it? Whoa, that was weird. It's just so cool. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. You can also see. Let's see what happens if I click there. Bro, you can go to the actual prompt. That makes it better. I didn't know about this. Again, I've opened up a bunch of tabs or made a bunch of notes, and I haven't really explored any of this because of time. But if you like it, quickly click on the thing, and you can get the prompt. Sweet. Oh my God, this is actually useful, because you can now watch for inspiration. Like, I don't want that. This is kind of cool. I want that. Solid black spatter on white, only in the center. And you grab that, and let's grab that. Let's grab that. Let's go to Gemini, and let's go to video. Create a marketing ad for a generic clothing brand. 2D solid black only in the center. 30-year-old influencer. This makes no sense, right? Let's see what Gemini comes up with. Generate your video. So why I did that, because I'm like, okay, let's get some inspiration, right? Steal the prompt, or borrow, I should say, borrow the prompt, and let's see what happens. What else was I going to show? I showed this, and that's kind of it. All right, next one. I'll do that open while I'm opening the next tab. Next thing to talk about is Jewels. Okay, so Jewels, go away. Jewels is now out of beta. It is a, if you're used to Cursor or Firebase Studio, or I guess Windsurf, Replit, all those 5 coding platforms, here's yet another one. You assign it tasks, and it goes and it does stuff. The plans with free, you have 15 tasks per day. If you have Pro, like I do, you get 100 tasks per day. So, like, guys, there's no reason whatsoever. We have so many tools now to build apps, to build products and ship them, that it's like it's in abundance, man. So, whatever. Here's what I recommend. Whatever problems you have in your workaday world, you need leads. You need to practice your sales pattern. You need to create marketing material. You need a plan. Like, build apps to solve them. Maybe you can sell them, maybe not, but at least you will have delved into this world and know you won't be obsolete. Because if you're not messing with the stuff, you're obsolete, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jesus Christ. So my problem with Gemini always is that it's heavily censored to the point of being absolutely stupid and retarded. I can't generate the video, and it's censored. It's censoring, right? It's censoring me because it's full of shit. It thinks something in here is porn or harming somebody. It is dumb because as soon as laptops get a little bit more powerful, as soon as these models get a little bit better, you will not be able to censor anything. I promise you. And then your product is going to be not used, and everyone's going to be using these open source models because this is unproductive. Human beings suck. I agree, and they do bad things, but not all of them suck terribly, and not all of them suck all the time. And even if they do suck, freedom is a thing, and you gotta let people do what they're gonna do. Okay, so this censorship crap about I'm trying to make an ad, and Gemini does this to me all the time with video, all the time. What's controversial here? Create a marketing ad for a generic clothing brand 2D, solid black splatter on white, only in center, 30-year-old influencer. I don't know what's controversial about that, but screw it. So there's Jewels. What else am I going to talk about? Claude 4.1 released. Who cares? Well, if you use Claude, you'd probably be happy. I heard it's pretty good. I don't use Claude. I don't need to use Claude. All right. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. That's enough. That's enough. We've talked enough nonsense. Thank you for tuning in. Next week will be more structured. I mean, there's so much to cover, and I'm almost like, it's fatiguing to cover something, and then literally 3 days later, something tops it. And it's like, why did I even talk about the prior thing? I should just wait till like the end game, which is like some alien intelligence flies from Mars, and it's just like, here I am. I'm not talking about that. I'm kidding. I like talking about this stuff. It's exciting. It's new, and first time in history, though you have a super brain, smarter than humans, that is now the smartest thing on the planet, even though it's still very flawed. It still makes a bunch of errors. It's still, I mean, I showed you a couple goofy things today, especially that last thing with the video would generate. But still, it's a very, very exciting time to be alive, and I'm very optimistic for the future. And I'm out of saliva. I'm tripping over my own tongue, so I'm out of here. Love you guys. Follow me on House of Osis if you're not already on Instagram. And, we're on this journey together, bro. So, peace out. Later.